Alicia. This is my very first stream, so I'm a little nervous. You'll have to bear with me, but it's fine. Um, Also, it's my first stream, so like it's only one camera and all that great stuff. But sorry, let me fix some stuff. Um, I just wanted to come on. I woke up early this morning, and my new thing is I want to put out there like making Disney food, park food, movie food, anything that falls under the Disney umbrella. And I woke up with it in my brain that I wanted to make breakfast Ronto wraps from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Um, it's a really simple thing to put together, but if you don't have all the right ingredients, it can seem like a little daunting. Um, I do not have all the right ingredients, so this is going to be interesting. Um, it's just going to be one of those things where we're going to see what happens. Um, so I was sharing this to my Facebook in case any of my Facebook friends want to come on here and like support me. um, so Ronto wraps are great. The traditional Ronto wraps are like a sausage with like a coleslaw, and they're wrapped in pita. They're delicious. The breakfast Ronto wraps or the morning Ronto wraps, the same thing. It's a sausage with scrambled eggs with a peppercorn cream sauce and cheese. And they're so good. They're super easy to make at home. I've made them before with my best friend, and we loved them. They were delicious. And I just, for whatever reason, like I woke up and I was like, oh, great, like I'm awake, and really wanted to make Ronto wraps. So, after doing some investigatory work in my kitchen and in my fridge, realized that I really don't have quite everything necessary to make it, but we can improvise and it's going to be fine. So, what I'm going to use, there is one person watching, I'm freaking out. Hi, welcome. This is my first stream. I'm very nervous. I hope you appreciate that and you're kind. Um, so I'm using today a turkey smoked sausage um, that I've just like they're like this long, and then I just cut it in half, and then I cut it in half lengthwise. I'm gonna use that. I'm just gonna use one egg because it's just me. I have pita bread because I keep it on hand. It's really good. It's fun for sandwiches, and a little cheese. But I am gonna make the peppercorn cream sauce. Um, because it's actually something that I like to have around the house. It's not going to be the same as it usually is because I don't have shallots. I don't have fresh garlic right now. But again, we're just going to improvise, so it's going to be fine. I don't know, viewer, if you can chat. I really hope that you can. If you would rather look at the pan as I'm cooking, please let me know. And I will tilt my camera down. I'm so sorry. This is all brand new to me. And yeah, let's get started. So first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is actually just get a spatula because I forgot to grab one. So sorry about that. No problem. All right. I washed my hands. Everything's clean. I have a pan here. I put just a little bit of butter in it. We're just going to cook up this piece of turkey smoked sausage. You can use any sausage you want for the breakfast ones. I do think though that like kielbasa or something is really good for the regular Ronto wraps. Something that's got like a little kick in it, something spicy. You could use Italian sausage if you wanted to also. Or I mean really anything that you wanted to. I have some pork belly that I kind of want to marinate and make into the regular Ronto wraps with the coleslaw. I think it would be really tasty. We'll see how that goes. It's just a matter of time and inclination and that sort of thing. So While that's going, and the best part about this too is that like I'm gonna cook the sausage, which is already cooked, no problems. Um, it's already cooked through. It's really just like heating it through, and then I'm gonna wait on the egg. Then I'm gonna make the cream. I'm gonna wait to cook the egg to scramble it. I'm gonna make the cream sauce. It's super easy. I probably should get my peppercorns ready. Let's do that. So, what you're gonna want for it, a traditional peppercorn cream sauce, you're gonna want shallots, you're gonna want minced garlic, you're gonna want salt and pepper or salt, and some beef stock and heavy cream. I have heavy cream. You're also gonna want whole peppercorns. I have whole peppercorns. I do not have shallots. I do not have fresh garlic. What I have is onion powder and garlic powder and salt. So we're just gonna improvise. I'm just gonna make a little bit, and then like enough for the wrap, and then just a little bit extra for whatever I'm gonna make for dinner tonight, and go from there. Um, and we'll see what happens. Oh, good, my iPhone has updated. That's a plus. Um, so I'm trying to um, just, you know, figure this whole thing out. This is just something that I really thought maybe people would be into or people would like. I don't know. Maybe people won't like this. Maybe this isn't something people will be into. I think it's interesting. I think it's fun, but maybe I'm wrong. So you'll have to let me know. I have no subscriber. Well, I have 2 subscribers, but they're friends of mine. But again, this is my first stream, so no one knows anything. Um, yeah, it's fine. um, okay, so for the peppercorn sauce, the best thing to do is to take your dish towel. And I have, you can do it on like your countertop or whatever, but I already have a cutting board out. And you're just going to put your dish towel on the cutting board. You're going to take some of your peppercorns. I don't like it incredibly overwhelming. And in fact, and neither does my husband. And honestly, I could use, we have like a pepper mill, like a pepper grinder. I could use that on like the coarsest setting and still get the desired effect. And actually, I might do that because it is 5 o'clock in the morning here, and I don't want to wake up my neighbors by pounding peppercorns with a rolling pin. But what you would do is you would take some of these. I think it calls for like a third of a cup or a half of a cup of peppercorns. You put them inside your dish towel, fold over the dish towel on top of the peppercorns, and then smash them. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, no big deal. What I will do though is I will go ahead and just use my grinder. I'll use it on the highest setting, lowest setting, I don't know, coarsest setting, there we go. And just do it that way. Because again, I have neighbors. I don't like it when they're loud. I'm sure they don't like it when we're loud, so I'm gonna try to be conscious of that. And then you would add, so you would sweat down the shallots, sweat down the garlic, add in some beef stock and let that reduce a little bit. Then you'd add the heavy cream, and then you'd add the pepper and the salt, and then you would let that thicken up. We're gonna skip some steps. The last time I made this, I spent a bunch of time and like made the peppercorn sauce like the night before, and like took all this time and did all this stuff, and it was delicious. But I'm pretty sure I don't have to take all that time to do it. I'm pretty sure it's not this drastic, situation sort of thing. So I have a little extra butter in the pan. I'm gonna just kind of blot it out with a paper towel. Just to get a little excess, because we're already using heavy cream. We don't need to go crazy. I do have, I'm not over my stove, just in case anyone's wondering. Again, there's only one of you. I do have like a single burner that I bought, not specifically for this, but as you can see, I take this. I know that looks like a lot, and it looks like, oh, it's, what's going to happen, and, is it going to thicken up, is it going to do anything? It will. It's going to do a lot. It's going to be great. So, here's some onion powder. Again, we're making do. I will at one point, if this is a thing that actually, like, takes off, I'll actually make this sauce and, like, turn this heat down so this doesn't scorch. Some garlic, grab a whisk. You're just gonna start working all that in there. Again, of course, if it was shallots and, fresh garlic, obviously it's easier to incorporate in. It's not that big of a deal. I'm using powdered spices, so it's going to be a little bit different. Now, that looks like a lot of pepper. It is, and it's not. I am the type of person that measures with my heart. And so for a peppercorn cream sauce, that's really what you're looking for. You want the cream and you want the peppercorn. Those are your two main flavors that you're shooting for. It's a whole flavor profile. That's that little bit of spicy from the pepper and the nice rich creaminess from the heavy cream. We're going to let that simmer for just a little bit. I'll get a little bit of salt. Making pan-seared salmon for dinner tonight. So this will actually be really nice with it, in 3 cheese ravioli. So it was just a little bit of salt. That was about a half teaspoon of salt. I will put up actual measurements and the recipe on my Instagram page so everybody can take a look. If anybody stumbles across this, who knows? We're just going to let that thicken up a little bit. Turn that heat up just a smidge. And now we're going to take our egg. For the record, I can crack an egg with one hand. It's just not necessary. You're just showing off at that point. Get this scrambled up. Now, and if you're vegetarian or a vegan, of course you have your substitutes. I really want to get to a place where I'm making different choices in my life, if that makes sense, about vegetarian substitutes, vegan substitutes. I kind of want to trick my husband a little bit into eating less meat. Not that we eat a whole lot, and we do buy more sustainable, or we try to, we try to buy smarter, that sort of thing. But I'm gonna turn this camera back up. Hi. I think that's thickened up quite a bit to where it's nice. Yeah, that's nice. So I'm just gonna get a little container and a scraper. We'll get rid of this whisk. These single burners are really cool if you're doing like food videos and stuff. I highly recommend them. I don't recommend this particular one that I bought because the casing for it gets super hot. It's Oster. I mean, it was a good price. I probably should have just, you know, kind of bit the bullet and spent a little bit more money. But, you know, whatever. Things happen. Decisions were made. So we're going to get rid of that pan. Generally speaking, I should have, I'm going to set that aside just so it cools a little bit. I should have gone ahead and scrambled the egg. But if you're anything like me, cold eggs with like hot sauce is not good. I don't like that. And this sauce is going to take a minute for it to cool down. Like it's not going to cool down anytime soon. You know what I mean? So it's going to be perfectly warm still. And you want it a little bit warm. You don't want any of this cold. And I'm the one doing the dishes, so if I have to do 2 pans, that's fine. So we're just gonna do a little pat of butter. We're over a really like low medium heat or medium low heat. And I didn't season the egg before it went in. A lot of people do. If I were just making scrambled eggs, if that was just the thing that I was doing, then I would absolutely. Sorry, my husband was texting me. Yeah, if I was just making like scrambled eggs and bacon and, you know, toast or something like that, I would absolutely season the eggs. I'm not going to. The sauce is seasoned enough. It has a ton of flavor. The smoked sausage, again, there's so much flavor in it, you don't need to season it. So we're just waiting for this butter to melt up a little bit and I can plop the egg in. And cook the egg to whatever doneness you like, okay? Some people like their scrambled eggs a little bit runnier. Some people like them firm. I particularly like them really firm. It's just the way that I am. And then we have our pita bread. I realize you couldn't see that. We have our pita bread. This is a pre-perforated version of pita bread. This is not the kind that I particularly like, but it was the only one that the store had. So I grabbed it. What I'm gonna do is I have it on a paper plate. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a paper towel and get it damp and like wrap it in the paper towel and put it in the microwave for about 10-15 seconds just to soften it up, to warm it up. It's gonna be more pliable, and it's gonna be easier because we're basically gonna make it into like a taco shape. Because it's a wrap, you know. So I'm just getting my paper towel damp. You don't want it soaking wet. And in fact, whatever, you know, amount of water, and you can use tap water, it's fine. Whatever amount of water you put into the paper towel, of course, please wring it out. Like, don't go crazy. Hi, there's 2 people now. I'm really terrified. I'm Asha. This is my first stream. I'm making Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Ronto wraps for breakfast, or the breakfast Ronto wraps. We're just gonna take my, oh, they left. We're just gonna take my pita bread and pop it in the microwave real quick. My butter is just about there. Of course, I have the largest pan in my kitchen for 1 scrambled egg, so this is really great. And that's perfect. Yeah. It just warms it up a little bit, makes it slightly more pliable. I mean, pita bread is not hard by any means, but you know, you're gonna be kind of folding it a little bit, and it's a whole thing. So anyway, we have that ready to go. Turn up that flame just a little bit. All that eggy goodness in there. If you don't like egg, don't use egg. If you don't like a sausage or you don't like meat or something, don't use it. I mean, you do what's best for you. That's how we all live our lives, right? And now it's just a matter of waiting for the egg to cook. Super simple. Let's get me something to drink. And of course it's 5 o'clock in the morning, so let's go for Mountain Dew. It's my preferred drink of choice. And then coffee, and then water. I'm a terrible human being. Get everything's ready to go. It's gonna be great, you guys. Just making some room at my table to put my my single burner, because I'll move it as soon as we're done cooking so I can show you assembling everything. All stuff that I could have done before I started the stream, but I didn't, so it's fine. Yeah, so here we go. This is not cooking, it's so fun. Again, I had the heat down really low, so it's just taking a hot minute. So what you're gonna do is, you've got pita, you're gonna put your meat in the middle, then you put your egg on top, and then you'll put some of the cream sauce, and then you put some shredded cheese, or no cheese, or a slice of cheese, or whatever you prefer. Honestly, it's up to you. I'm giving you the basics of what the recipe looks like. Make it your own. Because I feel like cooking is fluid. Baking is not fluid, but cooking is fluid, and it should be fluid, and it should, you know, reflect you as an individual. So we'll go from there. This egg is finally starting to curdle up a little bit and cook. I was trying to figure out if I should put this category under food and drink or under like social eating, because I know I'm gonna at least take one bite of this when I'm done making it. But the social eating category is not available on the app. I'm on my iPad. So I don't know. I'm so new to Twitch. I'm such a, yeah, anyway, I'm a child when it comes to this. Anyway, whatever. Citrusy. Anyway. There we go, the egg's really moving now. Again, you cook the egg however you like it. I do suggest scrambled though. I mean, if you're the type of person that likes like a fried egg sandwich and you like that yolk runny, or you like a burger with a runny, you know, egg on it, by all means. I think they're messy. They don't make them like this at Disneyland, obviously, because they're meant to be eaten like on the go. Although now with the pandemic and everything like that, you can't walk around and eat. You have to be stationary. And to be totally honest, I think that the breakfast Ronto wraps were a very limited offering when Galaxy's Edge first opened. I don't remember seeing them on the menus when I last went to Disneyland, which was over a year ago. We don't have to talk about it. It's very emotional for me. So I'm not even sure. People don't like even talk about them. I just bought the like unofficial Disney Parks cookbook, and they're not in there. The regular Ronto wraps are in there. Well, I bought the Star Wars cookbook as well. And the regular wraps are in there, but the breakfast ones are not, and I'm kind of confused as to why that is. I think because they were just like a, I don't want to say seasonal, but just like maybe a temporary off-brand sort of thing. So, alrighty. Looks done enough for me. Again, it's just one egg in here, one giant pan, so I think we'll call that good. We're gonna call it so good. It's so hot, you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take some pot holders. I'm not worried about my table, although I probably should put something down. Because this thing is so hot. It gets so hot. It emanates heat like crazy. So when the pandemic first hit last year, I was doing some like Disney cooking videos and posting them to like Instagram Live. And I was using this little burner, and I was doing them in the summer. I live in Southern California. It's blazing hot, and I have all this heat just emanating in this very small space. And it was one day I made churros with like hot oil, and I got done, and my husband was like, "You were so red in the face." And I was like, "I bet. I'm a fat girl making fried food in like 110-degree weather with another like 40 degrees in my face." So things happen. All right, let's tilt you down and get this assembled. It's gonna be great. So I have my sausage on. Let's get our egg on. And actually, for me, for one person, one egg is just a little bit too much. But I'm not gonna let it go to waste. Whatever falls out, I'll just scoop up with what's left of my pita bread, because you know all of this is gonna like fall out all over the place. It's just a thing that's gonna happen. We're gonna take some of our cream sauce. I'm not a person that likes things extra saucy. And I certainly don't like ketchup on my eggs. I don't like hot sauce on my eggs. I don't, for that matter, even really like cheese on my eggs. So I'm really only going to put like a little bit of this on. That's nice. And then this is just like a Mexican shredded cheese blend. You can use whatever shredded cheese you want. Again, I'm not putting a lot on, just because for me it's not necessary. You measure cheese with your heart, like we measure garlic with our heart. Okay, that's just how it is. Now, best part is we got to get a picture for the gram. Boom, is she pretty? She looks delicious. She doesn't look that delicious. She kind of looks like puke. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm kidding. But she tastes great. Do you ever go through phases where like you really enjoy a food, but you don't eat it for a really long time? I love eggs. I haven't had eggs in probably 6 months. These aren't seasoned with anything. These are like the eggs that fell out just on the side of my plate. They're delicious. So good. Okay. Big moment of truth. We're going to take this. Of course, my pita bread is breaking. It's just because it's perforated down the middle. Let's take a bite and see how it is, shall we? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's really good. And that cream sauce, for not having fresh ingredients, actually came together really nicely. It's thick. It's obviously creamy. But the flavor profile is still there. It's still right. It's still oniony. It's still garlicky. It's got the right amount of pepper for me, again, in it. So good. The turkey smoked sausage, I think, is the right choice for this. If you are a meat eater, if you like smoked sausages, this is like a it's like a butterball. I have one. This is what I use. It's butterball natural hardwood smoked turkey sausage, 63% less fat, no MSG. This is what I'm using. I think they're great. But again, if you want it to feel more breakfasty, use breakfast sausage links, use ground sausage, use whatever you want to use. I mean, it's up to you. The eggs are perfect. And everything just pulls together. You get the almost like the freshness in the bite from the cheese, and then you get that like peppery creaminess, and the savoriness from the eggs and the sausage, and it's all wrapped together in a pita. It's so good. It's amazing. Okay. Thank you to you, whoever you are that's watching. You weren't in the chat, and that's fine. I just appreciate. I don't know who you are. Maybe you're a moderator. Maybe you're, I don't know. Maybe you're a troll. Maybe you're a ghost. I don't know. But you were here the whole time. I appreciate you, and I'm still nervous, but I'm not as nervous now. So I really appreciate it. Give me a little bit. Check out my Instagram. I'll have the recipe up. Try this out. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be delicious. And then sit down and watch a Star Wars movie. Rogue One. That sounds like a great movie to watch right now, actually, because it's way too early in the morning. I'm gonna go watch Rogue One. All right, guys. Have a great day. Bye.